we don't need to sit back and worry, because again, these people create what they call stress. And stress, if you go to any doctor if you think I'm lying. I mean, go to any doctor and ask them, what is the number one cause of people getting sick? Stress. That's the number one cause of people getting sick, is stress. If your body not under that kind of stress, how are you going to get sick? Your immune system is not going to be weakened. So that's why you have to always be taking things to build up your immune system, because you're under so much stress. But when the body is not under stress, the body is relaxed. How are you going to get sick and get disease and all these different things? So again, it's a system create. That's why I said, if you look at the system, what is the system? The system is control chaos. Because the people who run it are nothing but chaotic people. There's nothing sane about them. We just think that they are sane because of the way we have been raised. We've been brought up in nothing but chaos and think that it's normal.
It's true.
That's the reality. You have been brought up in chaos, and it make to you like it is normal. So anytime, if you notice this, anytime you come into the place of spiritually awakening, and you come into the place of spiritually conscious, how come everybody start to tell you that you're crazy? You ever notice that?
Yes.
Because now you realize that the way that you were taught to live is totally wrong, and it's totally upside down. That's the problem. So anytime if you see people that question, once you start to question the system, they start to say you're crazy. Even people that they put into institution, you see what I'm saying, is that we call crazy. It is because these people are want to control your mind to keep you in that chaotic state. That's why it's called a matrix. But anytime you unplug from it, you see what I'm saying is, they don't like that because you're exposing them. You see? And I know that these people who run the system, all they can live in is a third dimensional world. If they don't have black people, they have nothing. So when I say these people are parasite, people don't like that. But it's the fact they are parasite because they are living off of us. They're not living off of me. They're living off of people who not aware of what is going on. They're living off, you have the congressman, you have the senators, you have all of these people that are in all of these different layers of bully in the system, and all of them are a defense mechanism. All of them actually is keeping their own black people down to support the parasites of the system. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I said the uprising is not going to come from the top. The uprising have to come from the bottom. You see what I'm saying is, to get rid of all of those that are on the top, because they are the virus. They are worse than the corona. You see what I'm saying is, that's the reality. They are worse than the coronavirus, the people who are running the system. You just notice and listen. That's why I said the only way this makes sense to you is when you are out of the matrix. If you are in the matrix, what I'm saying to you will not register. It will not make any sense, because you're going to think, this stupid guy, here we go again. Okay? But every time, like I said to our people, please do not tell me about other nations of people, because I'm not interested in other nations of people. I am totally not. Okay? Because nobody has been through what our nation has been through. There's nobody else on earth that has been through chattel slavery. Nobody. Nobody gets squeezed the way that we get squeezed in society. So I don't want people to come and say to me, oh, what about these people? They are nice people. They are good people. None of them is good people. To be truth and honest, they are not. They are only good when they want something from you or from us as a people. If you really sit down, that's what I'm saying. If you really sit down and look at this whole thing, for instance, Africa, the motherland. if you see how these people, every time Africa tried to raise itself up, what does these same people undermine it by paying your own people to oppress their own, because they take them to Europe, or they take them to America, or Germany, wherever you want to say, they take them. They make sure they go to their schools, they make sure they get their education, they make sure they and their family is fine, and the African so-called leaders can't see because they are blinded. They are blinded by this facade. They think they are in a good position. But I'm saying to African leaders that have any ounce of sense, and if you just look around and see that African people are becoming enlightened, their spirituality is coming back into its full swing. What do you think can happen to you as an African leader when all of this happens? You think your people gonna be sitting for the rest of their life and just taking what you're giving to them? That's what I'm saying. So as for us, like for me, I'm not worried about all that is going on in the system. I'm not. I don't waste my time. I don't need to waste my time with what's going on in the system because I know what's coming. It is only a matter of time before all of these evil people that is perpetuating evil continually, it's only a matter of time before they get their share. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about I'm toting guns and I'm toting all of these things. No, I don't need to do that. Because I'm going to allow them to destroy themselves. Because I already know. I don't need nobody to tell me or convince me. I don't need no scientists, these scientists to give me the answer. I know that these people are creating these viruses in labs. Okay? And they're going to tell you, they're going to blame everything else as they always do. What do? Anytime anything happens in society, they're looking first to blame it on black people. That's how they always operate. So when are we going to see, when are we going to hear, or when are we going to start to pay attention to what is going on? And realizing that we are escape code for everybody. That's what I'm saying. And everybody will walk on top of the black man and the black woman and the black child to get wherever they go. You see what I'm saying? I know that. Some of us refuse to accept that as a people. And the fact that we refuse to accept that, it is the thing that is keeping our people down. And every time, if you hear a brother and sister that have a YouTube channel and get online and they start talking about the issues, oh, you people, all you do is talk. They get online and they say these things because they like to blame the victims. But they never get to the root of the problem. Because the people who do these things or say these things that look like us, you know what their problem is? They never sit down, they never do any research. They never dig deep to find anything. All they do is hear what these Europeans say in their media, right? And anytime if you see a police doing something to one of our sons and our daughters in the street, they will say, oh, it's because he didn't, even when they are not doing a single thing. Is what I'm saying is, even when they are not doing nothing at all, you're blaming the victim. But blaming the victim is not going to change society. Blaming the victim is not going to fix the issue. Blaming the victim, it's only going to get worse because you're only dealing with the symptoms and not the root of the problem. And that's the reality. So we got to learn to deal with the root of the problem. So all of us got to learn to manifest. This is what I'm saying is, we got to manifest that within ourselves. To realize that, yes, this must happen and this change must come. But the only time change comes is when we bring the change about. Nobody's going to bring the change for us as a people. They're not. So you got to accept that the responsibility lies with you. You are the one that got to make changes. You are the one that got to make the decision to say, hey, you know what? Enough of this is enough. But a lot of us are looking to be accepted in the system. And if you haven't been accepted for 400 years, what makes you think that you're going to be accepted today? Why is it that you're still fighting for your rights after 400 years? Do you see the Chinese come here fighting for the rights? Do you see Indians come here fighting for the rights? Do you see any of the, even gays and lesbians and homosexual and everybody else have more right more than black people? Everybody have their rights except us. After 400 years, if you realize that these LGBT people, all of a sudden, they got more rights more than you can imagine. Okay? Because we, as black people, sometimes jump on the bandwagon and we help to get them where they want to go, and then they step on us and spit on us, and then they keep on moving because they don't care about you. There's nothing in the society that you can say is for black people only. We don't, you just got to just listen. Just pay attention. As long as you, if I say black empowerment, guess what happened to me? They're ready to come. Some people, they're going to look to try to sue you. They like to, because you don't have no right to say black empowerment. If you wear a t-shirt, if I wear a t-shirt that says black power, black empowerment, guess what happened? Everybody's looking at you. Because you don't supposed to say that. You don't supposed to mention, if you can get rid of the word black, then that would be great out of your vocabulary. You see what I'm saying? We have to learn that these people has turned everything upside down, inside out. And as I often say, in order for us to get out of this matrix, we have to cleanse our mind completely. We have to start all over again. We have to relearn. In order for us to truly know who we are as a people, we have to go back to our roots, go back to the motherland. Okay? And I'm saying to you, brothers and sisters that are in the motherland, those puppet leaders that you have, they will not help you to get out of this matrix. Because they are not part of the solution, they are part of the problem. That's what you are not seeing. Voting will never help you to get out of where you are at. It will not. How long have you been voting? How long have your parents been voting? And their parents, and their parents' parents. And what has happened? Your situation get any better? Tell me. How long has black people been voting in America? How long has African that were kidnapped and taken here in this Western world? How long has you been voting? You see anything change? It only changed for the politicians that you put there that look like you. But it doesn't change for you. Okay? Your community is still gentrified. It's been still gentrified. Your parks and recreation areas, you are being removed from them slowly but surely. Just pay attention. Just get out of the cell phone, put it down for a while and start to pay attention to what's going on around you. Because these people are here to destroy you. Okay? These people are here to destroy you. Because they have these ones that is always running around and tell you, listen, you have to do this, you have to be a good little boy. Well, we're tired of being good little boys. We're not good little boys and little girls anymore. We put that aside. That don't work for us as African people. We've been subjected to this enslavement and to this madness for more than 400 years. We're not going to take anymore. Enough is enough. Okay? That's why I tell you, most people, notice what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, most people that look like us in this society that you see are doing well, I'm telling you, you have to question them. You have to question them because they are connected with the people who run the system. They give their vows to be good boys and girls to the system. Not man, because a man will not do that. Okay? A true man, a true lion will not give up his power for you to take his female and his offsprings and do what you want with them. No, he will not. He will fight to the death. Okay? So we have to become men of integrity for our community and our people and our families. That's what we must do. Because if we don't come back to this place, come back to center, you see what I'm saying is, what do you think can happen to us? So now that the universe, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, and the ancestors is forcing things to come back to center, because you have to come back to center. So these people have done all their dirty deed to the Africans, and they think that they're getting away with something. No, you're not. I already know that. You see what I'm saying is, they're going to bring things to destroy. They're trying to destroy other people, but in the end, they're just going to destroy themselves. You can't get rid of the Africans. You cannot get rid of the Africans. You are to know that by now. You think you only can save those Boule? We don't need them. Because they are the ones who abandon us. They are the ones who sell us out. So we don't need them. We're not looking to them for nothing. We're not catering to no movie star, no singers, whatever you want to call yourself, superstar. We're not catering to you, man. We don't need you. We don't. And I know that. So I'm saying to my people, stop being materialistic. It is not going to solve your problem. It is only going to get you deeper in the hole. Simplify your mind. Simplify your mind, and your body will follow. You see what I'm saying? But you have to learn discipline, which most of us is not willing to do. If we see food, we're going to eat it. We're going to eat it until it destroys us. Everything in the system is set up to destroy you. That's why I tell you, it's controlled chaos. And you're thinking it's normal. Why would somebody poison your food source, your water source, and all these different things? And it's intentional. Okay? You see what happened in Flint? What happened in Flint, Michigan? What happened to our brothers and sisters there? It's intentional. When are we going to get it? It's 2020, and your sons and your daughters still being killed by the police. But they are afraid of you, but you don't know that. Why you think it takes 8 police officers to tackle one young black man? One. Why? Because they know the power of the black man and the black woman and the black child. You see what I'm saying is? So you see, when everybody else is running around talking about, you know, these so-called Christian, oh, God, Holy Spirit, and Jesus. No, we don't deal with that. We deal with mother, father, and son. And daughters. Mother, father, and sons and daughters. That's what we deal with. We don't need no Holy Ghost or no Holy Spirit, okay? We don't need none of that bullshit. Okay? We know what spirituality is all about. So we're not fooled by these crap that they come with. And even some of our own people is continuing to put the crap out of their mouth and talking things that they don't know about because of this stupid book called Bible that they're learning from. Okay? But you didn't ask where this book come from. Okay, you never ask. Isn't it ironic that we have a book in our hand and it comes from the people who has kidnapped us, raped us, and done everything bad to us, and yet we are holding on to this book, we are holding on to this Jesus. Jesus didn't come from Africa, man. It comes from the white man. But yet we're holding on to Jesus. No African give Jesus to you. No, you. They created this Jesus. They give it to you. And you accept it. And you hold on to it for dear life. You see what I'm saying? We are at war, people. And the war has never stopped. It's only in your mind the war has stopped. Racism, white supremacy is a continuing war against black people. And they use everybody as a buffer nation against you. So don't tell me about no Chinese, no Japanese, no Indian, no Arab, no none of them. I don't care about them. Okay? And when people are going to look at me and say, oh, you hate people. Listen, I don't have time for hate. I will destroy you because you're destroying my people. Without a cause. You see what I'm saying? That's not hate. That's actually love on my part. Because that's true justice. And this is not a blind justice. Okay? This is not a blind justice that we are dealing with. It is righteous on our part to bring vengeance upon those who try to bring vengeance upon us. We're not trying, we're going to bring vengeance upon them. Because my ancestors, when the time come and the universe turn, we're gonna get rid of all of these people that is doing injustice to African people. It's only a matter of time. So I'm saying to those in Africa that are in leadership position, be aware the ancestors are watching. Be aware. Our ancestors who suffered chattel slavery, our ancestors that have been through all of the suffering and the pain and the agony and the anguish. Do you think that they are sleeping? You're wrong. Your days are coming. Your days are numbered. Stop assisting these Europeans. Stop assisting these Europeans who are destroying your own people, because your hands is in blood and you have a price to pay. You see, you try to sell out all the resources and keep your people hungry, and yet you and your family stay fat and happy. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. You think you're getting away with something because these people fool you. These people fool you because they know that their demise is going to come. They don't care who they take down with them. They don't. That's the thing that you're not realizing. You see, because you lost your way. You lost your way. Because if I have my house, you have to look at it in this fashion. If I have my house and I'm willing to sell out my children in my own house that come from my own inward parts, allow man to come in and rape my daughters and sons and do all kind of misdeed and evil to them, what good am I to my family? So when you see somebody who look like you that is in a leadership position and that they are willing to continue to do these things, those are the people that you need to get rid of first. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that are the problem. Because you cannot be in your right mind if you allow these people to come in and take your life over and let you do their bidding for them. How can that be right? So, as I tell people, I don't deal with emotion, man, in that way. Because you see, too much of us is dealing with emotionalism. And that is what is destroying us, because we're not thinking. We're just acting on emotion. And when we speak truth to power, our people, they get upset. Oh, he's saying all these things. He's giving out 8 messages. You're stupid. You're ignorant. You need to be re-educated. I'm not going to tell you that you need to be educated. You need to be re-educated. Because you're sick and don't know. You see what I'm saying? You are the ones that are crazy. To go to church every Saturday and every Sunday and give them your hard-earned money that you're still slaving for. That's the problem. The money is still going to your enemy. The money that you're working for, the little bit of change that they give you, is still going back into the pocket of your enemy. You don't own no bank. Where is it? So billions of your dollars going back into the enemy's pocket every day. And you doing nothing to try to keep it out of his pocket. You volunteer, you willingly go and give your enemy the money to continue to oppress you. What do you think that they do with this money? They continue to create guns and bombs and all kind of things. They continue to create poison in your food, in your water, in everything around you. They continue to do that. That's with your own hard work. You're contributing to your own demise. Because you're too happy to bring your money back and give to them. You run out and you buy every Louis Vuitton and every Gucci and whatever you want to call it, the latest Nike and whatever you want to call it, you go out there and spend it. Instead of you go look for some African clothing. You're African. You want to tell, oh, I'm not African, I wasn't born in it. You're an idiot. The Chinese people that you talk about, how they unite. Look if they worry about westernization. No. They're not. They're proud of who they are. They're not going to tell you that they're anything else but Chinese. These Indians and the Arab, you think they're going to tell you anything else about who they are? They're going to proudly tell you who they are. But only we, as black people, as African people, are running away from our Africanness. And that is what is destroying you, because you have no nation. You have no one to stand up for you. When are you going to get it? When are we going to get it? When are we going to understand that this must take place? They're turning your sons into women. Our women want to be, because they're not women. But they're taking your sons and your daughters and they're twisting their mind. The food that they're feeding them is twisting them. And so they're acting out and behaving like they are males or females when they are not. And this is what is destroying you. You think you're going to have any future generation with that kind of thinking? You have no future. That's why they're using this coronavirus to eliminate people. And who they're eliminating? They're eliminating the thinkers of the communities. The people who can see, the people who know that they can twist the mind of your children more and more every day to their own suit and to their own will. Do you look around and see how these young black boys and girls are behaving? Huh? What do you think going to happen in 2 generations down the road? What do you think going to happen? The African will be completely eliminated if that's the way we continue to think. But the ancestors are not sleeping. You see, it's because I know that all those who take the side of the oppressor and their open enemy are going to pay a price for it. It's not a matter of if, it's when. You live in the life and you think you escape with something, you're wrong. I can promise you that. You're wrong. So we not sitting here with our hands full, because we are thinkers, we are seekers, knowers, and doers. That's who we are. You see? So we are building our people for the future. Everything that you do against African is going to backfire on you. It's only a matter of time. Everything. Because the Africans are coming into a state of awakening. You see what I'm saying? And there's more of us out here that are awakened more than you expect or more than you think. You see what I'm saying? Because we know. We know you. We know who is our enemy. We know what they're all about. We know how they think. You see? Because we don't live in a third-dimensional world. We're way above that by now. You see what I'm saying is? We live way above that. Because you have no spirituality, so you can't know. And these ones that you take out of our nation and twist them and give them money and luxury, and you think that they can help you when the time comes, they will be rendered powerless. So I'm saying to my people, don't worry about them. Don't stress about these people. You see what I'm saying? Do not. Because the fact is, their day is numbered. Their days are numbered. It's only a matter of time. So I'm saying, learn to live as simple as you can. Cut your dependency from the system as much as possible. Realizing within yourself that you're an African. Accept who you are. Look within for the answer, not outside. That is not where the answer lies. It's not outside of you, it's inside of you. And your higher self is always talking to you, but most of us, we're not listening and paying attention to that. That's why we continue to be in the same place. That's why we do the same things and expect a different result. You see what I'm saying? And to do that is actually chaos, it's actually madness. And that's the problem. So, this is what I'm saying. You have to change your thought pattern. Because if you don't, I'm telling you, you're going to get caught up into the traps that they are setting for you. When you think that you're living in this wonderful place and, oh, you know, it's not so bad as long as my son or my daughter is not getting beaten by the police or whatever and they're going to good school. Really? The education that you think you're receiving is not really helping you because you're not thinking. If you were, listen to me carefully, if you were in your spiritual self, okay, and going to these enemy school to learn their ways in order to make sure you get rid of them, then that would be a different thing. But when you have no spirituality, when you're fully engulfed by the enemy, okay, that education that you think you're getting that is going to lead you somewhere is leading you to nowhere. So I would say, I hope that your ancestors come inside of you and wake you up, that you can really realize what is taking place. You see. So every day when I wake up and I hear, you know, some of my brethren that I know, they'll talk about the celebrity and you know how, you know, the celebrity can do this and that. I don't have no time for that kind of stuff. I don't even have no time for those conversations because it's a waste of energy. Because they already know that these people are all sellouts and they're not going to do anything for the upliftment of their own people. You see what I'm saying? You have to recognize that. If you just look in the music industry, for instance, you see the ones that are singing music to arise your spirituality and awaken your consciousness. You see, the thing is that those music is not going to get played on radio station. It's not going to be out there because they don't want it out there. And those people that are singing those kind of conscious lyrics to awaken your spirituality and help you to get to the place that you need to be is not going to be out there on the big time list. Those people don't win Grammys. They don't want them there. The music that you're listening to now is the people that are downgrading black men and black women. Okay? That's what's out there. So if we're not mindful and realize what is going on, that's what I'm saying is you have to come into this place that they call madness, which I know it's not. You see what I'm saying? You have to know. You have to know what these people are doing to you. They take away the people that used to give you good music. If you're thinking about R&B, rap, and all of those things, the ones that were really giving you the message, reggae, all of those ones that are really were passing on the message, they get rid of all those music. Okay? They get rid of them. Unless you have them in your possession, they get rid of them. They don't want those singers out there. The way that, you know, I remember back in the days that the guys, they were singing back in the early days of, you know, Bob Marley, Jacob Miller, all these guys, you know, that I know about as singers and artists and, you know, these different, rap guys that were rapping right here in America, guys that were doing R&B, guys that were doing the kind of music to lift the spirit of black people and helping black people to wake up. They get rid of them very quickly. Earth, Wind and Fire and all these people. Back in the days when you used to hear the drums and the real beat, because the drum, listen to your heart and you will see if you're not hearing the beat of a drum. That's why the African dance, when the drums are blasting, you move to that rhythm, okay? Because that is you. And these people have no rhythm. They are not connected to nature. They are not connected because they are unnatural. You see what I'm saying? That's why they can't move to the rhythm like you do. They can't. They have to learn. You see what I'm saying? We don't have to go to school to learn to sing. No. Africans don't need to do that. It's something that comes natural with the African people because we are people of nature. So we got to go back to our roots. You see what I'm saying? And we're not talking backwards because we have been turned inside out, upside down. We have to go back to that place to find ourselves in order for us to continue to move forward. If you don't know who you are, how can you know where you're going and where you're coming from? If you don't know. You see, because you really don't know. That's why you're in a state of confusion. That's why you turn around and blame your own people for the things that has been placed upon them and for their suffering that they didn't cause on themselves. Okay? So we have been victimized, continually being victimized. Okay? But we have to stop the victimization of our own people because no one is going to stop it. There's no other nation that is going to come in and help you. All they're going to do is criticize you and tear you down. Okay? You see video after video of what these Chinese people are trying to do to the African people. Now that coronavirus is tearing them upside down and every different direction, what they are doing. Oh, everybody's racist against us. Everybody's... You see, when the African cry, everybody tell the African, oh, you guys, all you do is complain. That's what they say. All the African do is complain. Yeah. What are you doing now? Everybody hate, nobody wants Chinese people around. Why? Because the Chinese ain't no different from the European. And I'm telling our own people, listen, pay attention, and learn. Nobody wants you. Nobody like you. Nobody care for you. That's a fact. All the evidence is there. We're not making up these things. But it's because, you see, the delusion in our mind of inclusion. You see what I'm saying? Because every time you look around our people, they want to be included in everything. They want to be accepted. Why do we want to be accepted? Why? If, as I said before, if you have not been accepted after 400 years, do you think that they're going to ever accept you? You're hallucinating. And you're living in a pure state of madness. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you will become awakened and the sooner you will get on your way. The sooner you will start to do what needs to be done. The sooner you will stop depending on some white man to come out of the sky to save you. The sooner you learn that that is some bullshit make-up story. And the sooner you stop kneeling down on your knees and praying to these people, these same white people, then the sooner you will realize that you're setting yourself free. The sooner you stop eating all the garbage that they feed in you to control your mind, to keep you in the place that you are, then the sooner you will realize that. The sooner all of these Rastafarian brethren realize that all these marijuana that they are smoking that are coming out of the lab and that they are boasting about all the different names of it and all these different things, growing without seeds in it, the sooner they realize they need to stop smoking that garbage and throw it away and burn it, so to speak, instead of putting it in their body. Why do you think they behave in the way they do? Why do you think that the true consciousness of Rastafari is gone? Why? Yeah, because the system has twisted your mind. They have given you something that you think is good for you and it totally turned it upside down. Why would your enemy give you something that is good for you? See, because we're not thinking. So stop smoking that garbage. That's what I'm saying. Go back to your original way of doing things. Go back to your original self, because we become lazy within ourselves. We're talking about, oh, I don't want seed in the stuff because I can't bother to take out the seed. See, it's no different from a seedless watermelon. It's no different from none of those things. Why do you think they all of a sudden they want to make it legal? Because it is to screw your mind up. I remember when Rastafarians used to smoke back in the days. I mean, they worked like there's no tomorrow coming. You look at the young kids that is smoking these stuff now, even the adult, they get lazy. They just sit in a corner. They smoke this crap all day long and sit in a corner and think that they're living in some kind of... No, you're hallucinating. Why you think that you are not uniting? Think about it. See? Our minds are messed up. Our minds need to be flushed out, clean, remove all the toxicity that they're putting in there. And if you don't see that, then something is totally wrong with you. Liberate yourself. Liberate the mind. And when you liberate the mind, then the body will be liberated. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, we just got to know that this is the place we need to be, and we got to go there. It's just a matter of we got to put everything into perspective. I always appreciate talking and vibing with brothers and sisters like mine. And, you know, that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we keep our brothers and sisters happy as much as we can. We don't want to get comfortable. We want to always be pushing ourselves to go to the next level. So I will say, truly appreciate you, brothers and sisters out there that are paying attention, that are coming into spirituality. It's always one love, peace, and prosperity. Give thanks.